Okay, so while a lot of people are happy just to use their mobile phones for whatever, snapping snaps, taking videos, doing stuff, a lot of people at the moment are interested in just bumping up their game a little bit. Not going full crazy filmmaker insanity, but just improving things a little bit. Maybe you're a professional looking to make some videos with your business, but you don't want to hire a videographer all the time. Maybe you are someone who's just starting to explore that sort of video making creativity. Maybe you're someone who at some point wants to get into filmmaking, but you've got not very much money and you don't necessarily want to be lugging around with you 500 kilos of kit, even if you could afford it, everywhere you go. This video is for you. Okay, so I got to the end of recording this video and I realized that it was much too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it up into different pieces and then you can watch the bit that's most interesting to you. So we're going to do a getting started in mobile filmmaking, basically. So somewhere between this, hi, I'm Chris, and crazy filmmaking studio stuff lies that sweet spot. What do you need to get started in mobile filmmaking? Okay, let's start with the obvious. If you're going to use your mobile phone to make videos of any kind, you're going to need a phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. You either have this or you have something else. It really doesn't matter that much. The latest generations of phones for a couple of years now have just had excellent quality cameras. If you want to get the most out of the camera on your phone, use not the selfie camera. So if that's the back, use the back camera rather than the front camera. The selfie camera has a tendency to be both lower quality, but also it lacks some of the additional gizmos, tricks, features that you can get with your back camera. Do you need to get a special app to record video on your mobile? Probably not is the answer. You can, but it really depends what you want to do. If you're doing talking head style videos, sort of like this one that I'm doing now, there's not a huge amount of reason why you're going to need a special app for your phone. If you want to get one, I use Filmic Pro. Looks something like that. That's you recording me, looking at you recording me. That's a bit creepy. I will link it in the description. I actually use a bunch of others as well. I do like Filmic Pro. Some people don't like paying for it, but frankly, compared to pretty much any piece of PC or Mac software that you're ever going to buy, it's still pretty cheap. For an app, I guess it's expensive in the overall scheme of things. But the reason people like to use Filmic Pro is, as the name would suggest, it gives you an opportunity to take slightly more cinematic footage. Now, in real terms, what does that mean? It means it allows you to change to 24 frames per second and record in a flat picture profile. I'm not going to tell you what those are right at the moment because you probably don't need to care if you don't know already. It also does a bunch of stuff. It gives you manual control over your zoom, like I've got with the camera I'm recording now. It gives you some features with white balance and other things that people who are a little bit further along in their filmmaking might actually appreciate. The next question is going to come up pretty regularly is whether you need editing software on your phone. Maybe. It depends what you want to do. If you are just going to record something and post it immediately to social media with the appreciation that it's going to have the start where you're probably pressing a button and the end where you're pressing the button again and maybe a few gaffes in the middle or whatever, if you're comfortable with that, there's probably no particular reason to get editing software. But if you want to edit your videos, if you have something in the middle of a video that you just want to cut out completely, if you just want to have a little bit more flexibility with dealing with mistakes or whatever, getting some form of editing software is a good idea. Now, editing video on your phone isn't very fun because even though it has become far better than what it used to be, the truth is it's pretty hard to edit a video with significant granular control over anything on a fairly small screen. Now, if you're just going to cut a couple of clips, maybe add some text on the top, if that's all you're doing and you don't want to be really precise about it, it might be a good idea to do it on your phone because it'll help you get it done, because you don't need to transfer files from your phone to your computer and back again and so on. If you want to do that, the two for Android that I'm going to recommend are Filmora Go, it's called, and there is another app called Kinemaster, K-I-N-E Master. These are both very, very good. If you're brand new to video editing, go with the Filmora option. It's straightforward as anything to use. You don't have a monthly subscription fee like you do with the Kinemaster. And frankly, it's just really simple to use. So if that's where you're headed, go for Filmora Go. They do make a PC app as well. Now, if you want to bump it up, of course, you can get your PC or your Mac apps like Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere, but chances are you don't want to do that because it's just going to be too expensive and you probably won't use the vast majority of the features. So that's really what you need with your phone. You need your phone, you need a filming software if you want to go down that path, and you may possibly need the editing software as well. The next video, what we're going to do is deal with the issue of stability.